Antarctica, a land of extremes, a place where the coldest temperatures on Earth are recorded and the winds can reach hurricane speeds. It's super beautiful, but also super dangerous. The landscape is both mesmerizing and treacherous. Huge ice sheets cover almost all of it, stretching as far as the eye can see. These frozen giants hold secrets, secrets locked away for millions of years, secrets about our planet's past, present, and future. They are like time capsules, preserving ancient climates and ecosystems. Scientists are just starting to figure out what's under the ice. Their discoveries are groundbreaking. What they're finding is a world as amazing and complicated as the ice itself. Hidden lakes, rivers, and even life forms. Antarctica's ice sheets aren't just frozen deserts, they are dynamic and ever-changing. They hold a lot of fresh water, like 60% of all the fresh water on Earth. This makes them crucial for our planet's water supply. That makes them really important for sea levels and weather around the world. Their melting can have global consequences. We need to understand how they work to know what will happen to our planet. This knowledge is vital for predicting future changes, but their impact goes way beyond Antarctica. They influence global ocean currents and weather patterns. The ocean around Antarctica, called the Southern Ocean, is a big part of how oceans move around the world. It drives the global conveyor belt of ocean currents. It affects currents and weather everywhere. Changes here can ripple across the globe. Antarctica's tough conditions have created special ecosystems and rock formations you won't find anywhere else. Unique species have adapted to survive here. Scientists go to this icy place to study these wonders and solve their mysteries. Their work is challenging but essential. Each trip, each discovery helps us learn more about this faraway and mysterious continent. Every piece of data is a step forward. But Antarctica is also delicate. Its ecosystems and ice formations are fragile. Climate change and things people do are hurting it. The ice is retreating at an alarming rate. The ice sheets are melting faster and faster. This rapid melting is a warning sign. This could make sea levels rise a lot, which would be bad for coasts and people all over. Coastal cities are particularly at risk. The delicate balance of its special ecosystems is also in danger. Protecting Antarctica is crucial for the health of our planet. The Ross Ice Shelf is gigantic. It's a colossal expanse of ice that stretches as far as the eye can see. It's the biggest ice shelf in Antarctica, covering an area larger than France. It's like a giant platform of ice, hundreds of meters thick, floating on the ocean. Imagine a massive frozen raft, but on a much grander scale. This huge thing helps keep the Antarctic ice sheet stable. It acts as a crucial barrier, preventing the ice from flowing into the sea. It's like a wall that stops the ice on land from sliding into the ocean. Without it, the ice would just slip away. Scientists have been worried about the Ross Ice Shelf because the Earth is getting warmer. Rising temperatures could destabilize this icy giant. To understand it better, they did something amazing. They drilled a hole through the ice shelf all the way down to the ocean. This was no small feat. What they found was surprising. The results were not what they expected. The ice at the bottom wasn't melting quickly. In fact, it was behaving quite differently. It was actually freezing, making the ice shelf thicker. This was a surprising discovery. This showed how complicated Antarctic ice is. It's not just a simple block of ice. Some parts are melting really fast, but others are growing. It's a dynamic and ever-changing environment. Why? It's complicated. There are many factors at play. Things like ocean currents, water temperature, and the shape of the ocean floor all play a part. These elements interact in complex ways. What scientists learned from drilling into the Ross Ice Shelf showed us that we need to keep watching the Antarctic ice sheet. Continuous monitoring is essential. We need to keep studying it to understand what's happening and what will happen as the climate changes. The future of our planet depends on it. Going to Antarctica is a big deal, a journey that few people get to experience in their lifetime. It's one of the most remote and difficult places to get to on Earth, a true wilderness. But it's worth it for scientists, because there's so much to learn about our planet and its climate. Trips by sea are super important for Antarctic research, providing access to otherwise unreachable areas. They're how scientists get to this frozen continent and the ocean around it, enabling crucial studies. Modern icebreaker ships are amazing feats of engineering. They can break through thick sea ice to get where they need to go, making the impossible possible. These ships are more than just boats. They are floating science labs. They're like floating science labs with all the latest equipment to conduct cutting-edge research. On board, scientists work hard, collecting information and doing experiments to understand this special place and its unique ecosystem. These trips aren't just about science, they are also about international collaboration. They're also about countries working together, sharing knowledge and resources. Antarctica is a place for peace and science, where different countries work together in harmony. The tough conditions make everyone work as a team, fostering a spirit of cooperation. But going to this icy place is dangerous, with unpredictable weather and harsh conditions. It's really cold. The weather changes quickly and it's far from help, making it a risky endeavor. Crews have to be ready for anything, from broken equipment to medical problems, ensuring safety and success. Even though it's hard, people still want to go to Antarctica, driven by curiosity and the spirit of adventure. It's a place that pushes the limits of what humans can explore and shows us how powerful and beautiful nature is, inspiring awe and respect. Under the ice in the Southern Ocean is a hidden world. It's beautiful and full of life. Diving under the ice in Antarctica is really dangerous. You need special equipment and training. Divers deal with freezing water and the danger of getting too cold. They swim through small cracks in the ice, and sometimes they can't see very well, but it's worth it. Underwater, they see all kinds of amazing creatures, from tiny animals to huge seals. Ice diving is important for learning about climate change. By studying the animals that live in these tough conditions, scientists can learn how warming water and changes in the ocean are affecting them. The information they collect helps us understand how this ecosystem is changing and helps us protect it. Life below the freeze. Antarctica's unique ecosystems. The ocean around Antarctica is full of life, even though it's so cold. From tiny phytoplankton to giant whales, all kinds of creatures live there. These animals have special ways of surviving the cold, the darkness, and the lack of food. Krill, which are small shrimp-like animals, are super important. Lots of animals eat them, like fish, squid, penguins, and whales. Seals are also common in the Southern Ocean. Leopard seals are top predators with smooth bodies and sharp teeth. Crab-eater seals, on the other hand, eat mostly krill. On the ocean floor, lots of other animals live. Sponges, anemones, and starfish attach to rocks and get food from the water. These creatures can live in the deep, dark, and cold ocean, creating a special and fragile ecosystem. Understanding how all these animals connect is important for knowing how they will react to climate change. Mapping the unknown geological discoveries. Under Antarctica's giant ice sheets is a hidden continent shaped by millions of years of geological changes. Finding out what this hidden land looks like is important for understanding Antarctica's past, present, and future. The BedMap project, a big international project, has given us a look under the ice. Using radar, gravity measurements, and magnetic data, scientists made a detailed map of Antarctica's bedrock. This map shows huge mountains, deep valleys, and big flat areas. It shows where old glaciers were, and even the shapes of continents that disappeared long ago. The BedMap project has taught us a lot. It helps us understand how Antarctica's ice sheets formed and how they might change as the climate changes. It also tells us about how the continent has moved and changed over millions of years. The shifting landscape ice shelf dynamics. Antarctica's ice shelves aren't still. They're always moving, flowing, cracking, and breaking off into the ocean. This is called iceberg carving, and it's normal. But because the Earth is getting warmer, more ice is breaking off, and that could make sea levels rise. Big example of this is a giant crack in the Brunt ice shelf called Chasm 1. Scientists first saw it in 2012, and it's been getting bigger and bigger. A huge iceberg, bigger than London, might break off soon. Lots of things affect how ice shelves move, like ocean temperatures, air temperatures, and the shape of the ocean floor. We need to understand these things to know how ice shelves will react to climate change and how that will affect sea levels. Guardians of the South Conservation and Future Exploration. Antarctica is beautiful, has fragile ecosystems, and is super important for science. It holds clues to understanding our planet's past, present, and future. But it's also in danger. Climate change, pollution, and more people visiting could hurt this pristine environment. Protecting Antarctica is everyone's job. The Antarctic Treaty, signed in 1959, says Antarctica is a place for peace and science. No military allowed, and countries have to work together. The treaty has helped protect Antarctica's environment and help scientists do research, but we need to do more. We need to reduce greenhouse gases, deal with climate change, and do more to protect Antarctica. We need to keep exploring and researching to learn more about Antarctica's ice, oceans, and ecosystems. By understanding what's happening in this remote region, we can better predict how it will react to a changing world and what we need to do to protect it for future generations.